So about a week or so ago, Donald Trump called for the impeachment of Mitch McConnell, which of course is not a thing that could happen because you can't impeach a senator, but he called for Mitch McConnell to be impeached. But the interesting thing is that he did it on a podcast that airs on Real America's Voice, a podcast that most people have never heard of, airing on a network that most people have also never heard of. But the former president of the United States went on this nobody podcast because, as New York Times reporter Maggie Haberman puts it, nobody else is willing to have him on right now. Maggie Haberman said recently, and I agree wholeheartedly with this, Trump is a long way from 2015 when Sam Nunberg was a bridge to media conservatives wary of Trump and Trump used his Fox News connections. He's appearing on fringier outlets as others aren't having him on. Trump will go on One America, or at least he was at one point. Every now and then he'll get a phone call from Sean Hannity or another host on Fox News. He'll do that. Sometimes, every couple of months, they'll do a sit-down with him. But if you'll recall, there was a time when all Donald Trump had to do was pick up the phone and he was on Fox News 5 seconds later. Those days are gone. Now, they could easily come back, of course, when he announces he is running for president. But in the meantime, he's relegated to shows that have like 100 people out there listening. He is not the person, the guest, that networks want to have on their shows. Now, what does that tell you about Donald Trump's chances in 2024? We know a lot of these networks do view him as toxic, right? Fox News has to be careful because they're being sued for lies that Trump still continues to push to this day. So that's one of the reasons they got to be very careful with him. One America and Newsmax are also facing the same lawsuits, so they got to be careful. These other outlets aren't facing the lawsuits, so they don't have to worry, but Trump gets nothing out of that. Right? It's not like you're going on CNN, you're not going on MSNBC or Fox News or even Pod Save America. You're going on the Joe Schmo podcast show. And all 10 of his listeners are going to be super excited to hear Donald Trump. But that's pathetic. I mean, hell, I can do better than that. But that's where Trump is today. He is so desperate for attention that he will go on any show that invites him on. He doesn't care what the audience is. He'll do it. It's kind of like Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Doing the public access show. We talked about that a week or two ago. That wasn't even the first time she'd done it. And she'll go on anybody's podcast doing anything, saying anything, because they're desperate for attention because the real networks won't have them on. Trump is now in that same boat. And it is absolutely hilarious to see how far from grace that man has truly fallen. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.